cannot tell you how exciting it is to know that we are in the rebuilding phase. Welcome back to our old home renovation. Today in our video, you'll see me struggling to get this trim board out. I'll also be cleaning up once again, and I'll be catching up on all that has happened over the past few weeks. In the last video, you saw Tyler explain how we jacked up our house and leveled the beam in the basement by adding posts, etc. Make sure you check that out after you watch this video. In very exciting news, this ended up being the last day of dusty demo cleanup in this upper floor. Oh, I can't tell you how exciting that is. What was not filmed was my father-in-law vacuuming the whole floor. His level of detail in his vacuuming was spectacular, and I just wanted to give him a big shout out for that and all the work that he completed while he was here on his vacation. I'll talk a little bit more about what he did in an upcoming video, so make sure you look out for that. I couldn't be here to film it all, but I'll catch you up in the next episode. As you can see, it is yet another solo work day for me, as I get to clean up all that has been left and ignored off the walls and in the ceilings, and I finally caved and removed the trim boards in the last 2 rooms. We tried working around them, we tried keeping them, but really, in order to put the drywall back on, it just makes the most sense to remove them and replace them. I had such a great question over on my Instagram about the trim boards and what you do when you have these beautiful, beautiful trim boards. And we tried saving them, but once they were removed, they started to mold. I don't know how that happened or what caused that to happen, but we realized that they just could not be saved, which is such a bummer because I was hoping that we could reuse them, and it just ended up not working out. And I'm not sure the type of paint that was used on these. It could have been lead paint, and that is just, so dangerous to be removing it or adding that into your system as a human being. So we ultimately just ended up burning them, and we no longer have any of the existing trim left in this house, except for on the first floor. I'm not sure why the trim boards molded or what that whole story is, but ultimately we just decided to not use them, which is heartbreaking. It really is. I'm really sad. I don't know what happened. I don't know how it happened, but they are now gone in ashes. May they rest in peace. They're beautiful. And such a pain to take out. I didn't even film me taking out these trim boards because, oh man, it kicked my butt. So in this video, you can see that in a few places, I was getting pretty frustrated. You can hear groans and sighs and just overall irritation with the trim board behind the pipe. And I eventually just gave up and deemed it as a problem Tyler could deal with in the future. And I am humbled, and it's okay. I don't need to be as strong as a man. I can let him figure it out. I don't care who you are. If you're a woman and you are trying to do demo and stuff, you just don't have as much force as a man does. I will stick to pulling nails and sweeping and cleaning up because sometimes that is just easier and more in my skill set. But man, it was testing my patience and my will, and I just simply accepted defeat. So I know a lot of you may not know this, but I, Katelyn, am a teacher, and I've been on summer break. As I'm recording this voiceover, I have had my first week of school back at school. So I'm back at my regular day job. That's why I really couldn't post last week. Our kid watching situation over the summer was me, pretty much, watching my kids all the time, and it was just so lovely. So any day that you see me working by myself, somebody else is watching my kids, because Tyler is doing his regular day job, and I just sometimes needed a day to just work on the house, do some demo, do some cleanup, etc. And so my kids were at their cousin's house playing, having a blast. I know I mentioned this in the video prior, or a few videos, that literally when you have kids and you are renovating, your renovation happens in sprints. When your kids aren't around, especially if it's in a more toxic environment, I would say, I didn't want my kids to be inhaling these dust particles, which probably have a lot of asbestos and lead and just gross insulation stuff. that you as a person, as an adult, don't want to be inhaling. Like, you don't want your kids playing around in that stuff. I'm so happy that all of that dust and those particles are gone, and that now my kids are able to actually be with us in this renovation. Like, they can actually come upstairs, they can hang out with us, they can be a part of the process, which is so exciting. Which I will tell you more about in the upcoming episode, all about all the things that were accomplished when my father-in-law was around. But in this video, you'll just see me cleaning up, getting the last little bits of plaster and plaster remnants, last of the insulation pushed down the walls into the first floor, because that's a future problem for future me. It was just such an easy way to clean up the second floor, is just pushing all the dirt into the stud bays onto the first floor, because eventually it's going to have to come out, but that is just a problem that can be solved later. So that's my solution to this. And then I was able to blow it all with our little leaf blower, getting most of the dust out. We finished this part of the process. So phase 1 is done. Demo is done. I can't believe it. It feels good that we're on track to get in before winter is here, before it gets too cold to be in our camper anymore. It feels good. We're on the right track. We're getting things done, and I'm so excited to update you in the next video. But know that so much work has gone into this last cleanup episode. Is so exciting. I cannot tell you how exciting it is to know that we are in the rebuilding phase. If you don't know what I'm talking about, make sure you go back and watch episode 3, where I talk about the phases of our renovation, the overall timeline that we have, and the overall vibe and aesthetic that is going to happen. I cannot wait to update you on all the things that have happened since filming this video. There is so much that I need to tell you, and I can't contain it anymore. I'm so excited. We are getting so much closer to the rebuilding and getting in here, hopefully before winter and the first snow flies. But up here, you never know when the snow is going to come. So I'm just so excited. I cannot stop saying it. I'm just so excited that we are able to be in the rebuilding process. We're getting the plumbing in. We're doing the electrical. We're rebuilding walls. We have adjusted our design plans a little bit. We've thought about different things. We're adding closets. We're getting the bathroom all situated. And it's just, these things could not have happened without this cleanup, and the work that we have done to get to this point cannot be understated. Like, demo and cleanup, demo, cleanup, demo and cleanup. That has just been our life for so long that it feels so good to be rebuilding and getting materials on hand and buying materials in order to rebuild. It's so exciting. It's expensive, but it's exciting. And I can't wait to update you next time. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and make sure you never miss an upload. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in our next episode. Bye!